So today I would share how you can understand your master's or PhD offer letter. So just a little bit of introduction. The maximum hours of work allowed for, especially for international students, I don't know about domestic students, it's usually 20 hours of work legally. That's what the US government allows you to do, especially when classes are in session. That's usually in the fall or spring semesters. But you can scale that up to 40 hours when classes are not in session. And this is typically going to be in the summer. And all work must be on campus. However, in the summer, there are some exceptions if you want to maybe take an internship off campus. There is something called CPT that you can apply for, but I think that will count on your OPT at the end of the studies. But that's not the aim of this presentation. If you want to take an internship, you need to consult with the International Students Office on campus to see how they can help you achieve that. And where to get these work hours? Your assistantships is considered work, because you do some work for some of the benefits that appear on this screen. And to get those 20 hours too, if you don't have an assistantship, you can do some, I don't know if I should call them odd jobs, but like working in the dining or doing some cleaning of rooms or offices on campus. But those only come with a stipend, so no tuition waiver and everything. So that's why I usually say if you don't get an assistantship, it's really hard to pay for your studies, except you have a rich dad or mom somewhere that can pay for it. In the next couple of slides, I'm going to talk about what at least I will consider a good and a poor assistantship offer. And this is not just to slight any school, but to just help you understand what you are getting into. But before we go to that, let me just talk about a summary of average monthly expense, okay? For an average graduate student. Now, of course, this excludes tuition. Tuition is going to be the most expensive thing that you have to pay for, but hopefully your assistantship will cover that or a significant portion of that. But this was something we came up with when we did our last Instagram live, if any one of you attended. So I did this together with a current student, just in case, I don't want to use my own estimates because I've been out of campus for some time. But this is what we came up with as the average, the low end and the high end, just the range. And in some extreme cases, as you can see for rent here, especially if you're in certain places in California, New York, or if you're in the Boston area in Massachusetts, your rent can go up to $1,500, okay? And university fees, let's say you're allowed to pay this monthly. Those monthly payments could range between $150 to $350 monthly. It could be more than that, but we'll talk about that later. And food, let's say you are very prudent with spending and you don't eat much, and your groceries, you do most of your cooking yourself. So groceries, according to the student we talked to, he said he could get by with about $100 in a month, which I think is too low, but let's just fix it at that. And let's say you are staying off campus, or you have to buy some things, just miscellaneous, another $100. Now, health insurance in a year or in a semester can go over $1,000. So let's just say you're allowed to pay it monthly. Let's say they charge it into your Bossa account, and you're allowed to pay it monthly. It could range between $700 and $250. So at the end of the day, you would have to spend about $750 to $1,500 per month. And if you're in certain places in California, New York, or Massachusetts, like I said here, it could go up to $2,300 per month. So this gives you an opportunity to understand what your average expense would be. But anyway, your final estimate will depend on the specific area that you are going to in the US. So let's look at what a good offer should have. Good offer should waive tuition, which is the most expensive portion of your expense, and a good offer should state, in your letter, they should state that they are going to pay your health insurance, usually in full for good offers, or a significant portion of it. So whatever is left should be very minute, maybe a student portion. Some schools will have student portion, but pay attention to that in your offer letter. Then a good offer should tell you the length of the offer. So is it for 5 years or maximum of 4 years, or some will say it's for 1 year but it's renewable, yearly, based on you achieving XYZ. Mostly it will be a certain GPA. So a good offer will tell you that. And a good offer will give you an idea of what the university fees would be. Now, usually the fees are not covered by the assistantship. In most cases I have seen, even though some very good offers will subsidize it, but this is usually covered mostly by students. So you want to pay attention to what your fees will be. And those university fees are, things like departmental fee, library fee, gym fee. Even if you don't use the gym, those are standard things that you have to pay for. So that's why I said you need to pay attention to your fees. And above all, it should tell you what the yearly or monthly stipend would be. So that's like your salary per month, or sometimes they will do it per year. And if it's going to be per month, they will tell you if it's a 9-month offer or 12-month offer. They should be able to tell you that. Some assistantships will only pay you during when the school is in session. So that means fall and spring, which will be a total of 9 months. And some would, pay you for summer as well. Some good offers will pay you for summer, which will be 12 months. Now, if it's okay if they pay you for 9 months, but if the monthly stipend is a lot, you can save for those summer months, right? And you can do some, like I said, you can do some extra work in the summer, up to 40 hours. Now, if any of these things are missing in your offer letter, please, you should ask the graduate coordinator of that particular department, or any current student in the department, if you are confused on any of these things. So please pay attention to these things in your offer letter. Now let's look at sample offer letters, some of the extreme ones. This is from a university in Tennessee. I'm not gonna say more than that, but I'm not going to read everything, but I just want to point out certain things here. So this assistantship is renewable as long as you maintain a GPA of 3.0. So that's the condition for renewing your assistantship. You can see the assistantship period is from September 1 to August 31, so 2022, so like a full year. And they are saying here that it's renewable as long as you maintain a GPA of 3.0. Now you want to pay attention to that condition. And this assistantship pays $764 per month over 12 months. Your tuition is also covered as part of the assistantship, but you are responsible for the payment of university fees. So you want to pay attention. You want to now find out, this is not the complete offer letter, but this offer did not tell this particular student what the university fees would be. So you want to find out how much the fees would be. And one other red flag here is that they did not mention anything about health insurance. So which means you would likely have to pay that on your own. And at the end of the day, when you calculate all that, these $764 will not be sufficient for that particular student to live. And now this is before tax, okay? When the government removed federal and state taxes from this one, it will probably be around 500 and something. Okay. Yes, that's another thing you should pay attention to, the tax rate of that particular state. For example, in California, state tax only is around 10%. So whatever you are earning per month, remove 10% from it, and then the federal government will remove theirs too. So you want to pay attention to those things. Now, so this is something I would consider not a great offer for any student, any international student, or even domestic students. This would be a poor offer. Now, let's look at what I would consider a good offer letter. I don't think it gets better than this. This is Utah. The university in Utah, and Utah is not very expensive to live in, so it's not an expensive area like California. So again, this is not the full offer, but they did a good job to explain everything in detail. Now let me read. As part of this offer, you will receive an annual stipend of $25,575. That's annual, and a one-time 2,500 chemistry and biochemistry departmental fellowship paid in your first semester at this university. Now the monthly stipend alone, you can see that it's over $2,000 a month, right? And let's say after tax you'll be getting 1,800 and something per month, which I think is good for someone who is going to Utah. And apart from that, they give you a fellowship. This is just like a one-time payment. When you start, like, just take and settle in with it, settle down with this particular fellowship, which is great. Not all offers will have a fellowship. In fact, most offers will not have a fellowship, but I think your monthly stipend is the most important thing you should look out for. Now, in addition to the monetary compensation, students are provided with subsidized health insurance coverage. The department will cover 80% of the premium, and you will be responsible for 20%. For reference, the department's portion of the health insurance for this school year is totaled $2,321, and the student portion was $580. So that means you should expect around this amount for to come out of your pocket for your health insurance. Now they explain, so this is for the whole year, what you are going to pay for the whole year on health insurance. So if you divide that by 12, that amount is not really something that should be difficult for you, considering what your monthly stipend would be. Now, this offer also includes tuition awards that fully cover the cost of credits necessary for completion of a PhD. So that's your tuition waiver. Anything related to taking a course will be waived. Okay? You can see you are only responsible for student fees that total approximately $459 per semester. So we have about 4 to 5 months in a semester. So if you divide this by 4, let's just say 4, you can see that's not a lot of money, considering what you are making in from your assistantship monthly. Okay. Now you can see a condition to retain these tuition awards. You must remain in good academic standing with the department and graduate school by maintaining a GPA of 3.0 or higher and make satisfactory progress in your research. And they now made a summary of the total package, okay, which is what you can find here. So this is a great offer for this particular student. So those are the calculations you need to make when you receive any offer. So to conclude, make sure you are mentally prepared for the financial realities of your studies. I'm not here to say you should accept one offer or not, or reject one, but if you get multiple offers, this is how to do the comparison. Apart from considering the kind of research you will do as a PhD student or a master's student, you need to consider the financial aspects as well. And if anything is unclear, please ask from the graduate coordinator or a current student in the department. If you want to learn about average rent prices, or what the departmental fees look like, if the fee is not included in the offer letter, you want to ask from a student, just to make sure you understand what they currently pay in university fees, and also for rent. Because if you ask a professor about rent, because their lifestyle is going to be a little bit more expensive than that of students, you might not get the realities of what students face. So I would say the best people to ask about rent or departmental fees are, if you can find a current student in the department, that would be great. But if not, you can ask a professor or the graduate coordinator. So